Hey guys, this is Justin again, and here is the overview of all my pickups from February. Okay, first is The Wizard of Gore, starring Crispin Glover. Never seen this one before, but Crispin Glover's always good, and Suicide Girls are nice too. Alright. Next up, we got Howl, which is a werewolf movie. This is a blind buy. Ended up getting it new from a pawn shop for about $5, so I figured, what the hell. Alright, next up is Bob Clark's Children Shouldn't Play with Dead Things. This is actually one of the few Bob Clark movies that I haven't seen yet, so gonna see what this one's all about. Next is Wes Craven's The Serpent and a Rainbow. This is a really good one. I actually really enjoyed it. It's different from what he usually does. It's not straight up slasher. It's more, a thinking man's horror movie. And Bill Pullman is pretty good in this. Next up, we got Black Christmas unrated DVD. I know that there is some countries that actually have this out on Blu-ray. I just haven't gotten the time to actually go and search for it and get it, but I actually really enjoyed this remake. It's a good one. Great cast. I mean, Mary Elizabeth Winstead, Michelle Trachtenberg. Who else? Let's see. Lacey Chabert. So, good stuff. I enjoyed this. Next up, Innocent Blood. This is a vampire movie from, who is it? John Landis. Kind of hoping and possibly expecting this to be kind of like his werewolf movie, The Howling. Never seen it before. Okay. Next up, got Supernova, James Spader, Angela Bassett. I only got the DVD just because I don't know if I really want to drop the money for the Scream Factory Blu-ray. So I figured, $2.50 on this DVD from Goodwill. I mean, if I don't like it, I can get rid of it, and that way, I didn't waste that money on a Blu-ray that I don't want. Alright, Stephen King's The Storm of the Century. I really like this movie. Very creepy. What's the guy's name? Tom Vory. Really creepy actor. He was a lot better in this than he was in Chronicles of Riddick, so I was disappointed by his character in that movie, but this movie is actually really good. Alright, next up is Femme Fatale. Gotta love Brian De Palma. He is, to me, of the movies I've seen that he's done, he hasn't made a bad movie. Some of the movies that I remember watching when I was younger, I really disliked, and then I gave them a second chance once I got older, and I really enjoyed them. One of those movies that would be love the second time around was what was it? 8mm with I can't even remember the guy's name, but anyway, Femme Fatale, Brian De Palma. All right. Next is Stuart Gordon's Castle Freak, starring Barbara Crampton and Jeffrey Combs. I mean, gotta love Stuart Gordon stuff. I really enjoy pretty much everything he's done. Just got this just because I really wanted to watch it again. I know that I really want to pick up the 88 Films Blu-ray because that one is a much better release than the one coming from Full Moon. All right. Got Vinegar Syndrome's release of Madman. Never seen this before, but 80s slasher, can't go wrong. This is my first Vinegar Syndrome release. I also know that Arrow released this, but I figured I would go ahead and give another studio that's in the US and smaller a chance, see how this release goes. Madman. Next up is Minions. Picked this up for the little guy. I really enjoyed this. This is a lot better than Despicable Me 2 to me. But my kid loves this movie, so Minions. Next up is the 4K remastered edition of Bram Stoker's Dracula by Francis Ford Coppola. I grew up watching this movie. I always loved it, and I know some people think the acting is rather weak. I mean, who was it? Keanu Reeves. I mean, he does some really good acting, and then he does some really bad acting. But yeah, I like it. It's a good version, and it's remastered in 4K, and it's a lot better than the first release on Blu-ray. Dracula. Next up is Midnight Movie. I remember watching this years ago. Thought it was a fun little movie, but haven't seen it in years, so I'll have to give it another shot. Okay. Midnight Movie. Next up is Oculus. I know most people are like, oh god, when they see from the producer Paranormal Activity and Insidious, but I mean, it wasn't the greatest movie, but it's a fun movie. I enjoyed it. Next up is Dario Argento, Mother of Tears, starring Asia Argento and Udi Kier. Haven't seen this. I know it got pretty bad reviews, but I only picked it up just to finish my Three Mothers trilogy. So there you go. Asia Argento looking good like usual. Next up is Ed Gein with the Butcher of Plainfield, played by, oh god, what's his name? I'm having a brain fart here. Ed Gein, played by Kane Hodder. This, I was expecting more to be a straight-up slasher, and it really isn't. It's actually more of a character study than anything. So, yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. Ed Gein. Alright, next up is Grindhouse Releasing's Pieces. As of right now, this is on my top list for release, best horror release of 2016. And I know we're only 2 months into the year, but I really don't see a lot of movies coming out this year that are going to top the care that Grindhouse Releasing actually took to make this look as presentable as it is. It comes with 3-disc deluxe edition, 2 Blu-rays, and a CD, and it includes the 2 complete versions of the movie, the 83-minute original unrated theatrical version, and then also an 86-minute original uncensored director's cut in the original Spanish audio. I mean, this is my second Grindhouse Releasing, and I'm planning on picking up more of their horror titles that they actually release, so Pieces. Next up is the collector's edition of The Fly 2. I remember seeing this when I was younger. I loved it. I think it is criminally underrated as a sequel. I mean, nothing can be as good as David Cronenberg's remake of The Fly, but this one is, just a really fun movie. I really enjoyed this. I'm kind of hoping this comes out on Blu-ray at some point. Hopefully, Scream Factory can get their hands on this. And last but not least, Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is the Signature Collection. Here you go, Signature Collection. Now, I only got this because I missed out on the first release that Disney did for this on Blu-ray, and I'm not about to go ahead and drop $70 on a DVD on a Blu-ray, but thankfully they re-released this. It was one I was missing, so I went ahead and snatched it up while it was still new. Alright. Okay, everyone. Well, that's all my releases for the month of February. Go ahead and comment and let me know what you guys think, what I can do better. and have a good one.